This is the road that I walked in and I came in to visit Merlene all those 20 years ago. That's all overgrown now. And we came up to see her in this house, and this is where she was living. I came here when I was 8 months pregnant with one of my children. And it was just, I recall it being half tarped, like it had a tarp roof. And it wasn't until we came here with Jason that they went and helped put up this roof, and I believe it was Pimenta, and they went across the river to go and get it. She lived in this, and I was married to her son, and she learned about different peoples and freedom fighters and, you know, revolutionaries. As a young woman coming here, she taught me the strength of being a woman of the earth, and now we want to see something grow out of this place, because this place is really special. We're building our first structure here on the land, which would be a shelter for our builders and workers that will be coming in to put up the other structures. It's a big deal to build something here. It's hot, you're in direct sunlight, you have to get lumber brought all the way out here. So this first structure, we're happy and grateful that this is going up, and it'll be able to house us through the days and the nights that we're here building up. You know, in the jungles of Central America, there's a freedom village that freedom fighters and people fighting for liberation and self-determination could come to. That would be able to house infrastructure for Indigenous peoples to assert sovereignty, self-determination, to protect the coastal zone here and work with the community here in Mullins River. One of my favorite memories is being here, being right on the river, and every day the manatee would come in and out, and you could see the mom and the baby. It became a part of our family. The second largest barrier reef is not too far, you know, off of this coastline. Farming and Indigenous, you know, fishermen and hunters, they still survive this way here. And so the land is really crucial and important to maintain in order to still continue that way of life. And this Freedom Village would allow us to protect this area from from industrial tourism, industrial shrimp farms, other industry that is really destroying the coastline right now. In this vision, we would see like an ecological research protection center. We would see, housing that would be able to house up to 30 people that could come for retreats, like-minded organizers and people in the indigenous communities to be able to retreat and do the organizing work with our northern brothers and sisters from here in the south. This is, part of the eagle and the condor prophecy of the north and the south connecting. And so, we take this really serious, and when we come down here, we come as diplomats from our nation and to work in a humanitarian capacity. And, in the legacy and the spirit of my grandfather, Dr. Grand Chief George Manuel, and my father, Arthur Manuel, and their international organizations of the World Council of Indigenous Peoples and the Indigenous Network on Economies and Trade. We continue to do this work to unite Indigenous peoples for our self-determination in this continent. And this beautiful relationship that me and Merlene has created is lifelong, and she always wanted to offer this place to Indigenous peoples in the north, and it's because of, her relationship with me and the relationship she built when she went to so-called Canada and went to the Indian reservations, witnessing the impoverishment and the oppression and the poor housing and the conditions that Indigenous peoples lived in Canada, which shocked her. It shocked her that how we lived up there. And so, all those years later, coming back, and then her son brings home an Indigenous wife from BC, it was like a part of the story. I'm here as her daughter, and I'm here to commit to what a daughter does for their mother.